Mr. Adi Godrej is joining us on the phone line. Mr. Godrej, thanks very much, sir. I believe you've been listening in to what Mr. Chidambaram was saying. What do you make of some of what he said, sir?
No, I think it's excellent if the finance minister has announced that he wishes to review the tax proposals and especially the retrospective tax proposals to see to it that they are in line with what is required for continued investment and GDP growth. I think the perception of India after the retrospective amendments were made has suffered, and it is very important that we rectify this. I think if we do that, and if we go ahead with the reform program, especially the goods and services tax, there's no reason why our economy cannot demonstrate a 9% growth rate in the next financial year. So I think this is an excellent move. I welcome it very much, and I do hope it will be followed up.
Sir, I mean, the tone, etc., is also very different. I mean, so far we've heard, proclamations and declarations that all is well with the economy. Things are tough, but relative to other countries, we still have got terrific growth rates. But Mr. Chidambaram sort of, taking a different line, actually comparing the period right now to 91, 97, but at the same time saying that periods of moderate growth doesn't necessarily need to lead to, doesn't need to be viewed with extreme disappointment or anything. I mean, so there is that change in tone and tenor as well.
No, I think it is very clear that India has the capability to grow at a much faster rate. Whilst if we compare to the developed world, we may be growing well. But if you look at the opportunities in the developing world, and especially opportunities in India, we are not growing well. And we need to concentrate. If you look at it, our rate of growth in the last few months has been lower than that of Indonesia or China. And I think it is very important that we optimize our growth rate, and I think it's eminently possible. And I'm very glad he has taken the stand that he would like to review the tax rates and especially the retrospective taxes, because the retrospective taxes have created a negative impression, a negative perception of India.
I mean, that seems to be on the top of your list, sir, those retrospective tax changes.
No, I'm not saying only. Even the taxes should be reviewed to promote growth.
Yes. Because
the best way to get out of the present economic rut is to promote growth, both through reforms, through review of taxes, and through governance.
Absolutely. So thanks very much, Mr. Godrej. Appreciate you joining in with those initial sort of reactions coming in. For those of you who are just joining us,